Alright, there we go. How's everybody doing today? There we go. That's better. That was way too loud. Hey, Raven Cat. I don't know how well this is going to work today, but Drippy said I had to do it, so. This is going to be interesting. Hey, Boneless. Hopefully this won't be too atrocious. I've never tried to live stream me actually doing my mystery hunts before. Let me know if the sound and everything's okay. And I hope everybody's doing great. Alright, here we go. We're good? Nope, I am still looking up in the air like I think there's a fly on my nose. Let me try this. Is it better? There we go. Now it doesn't look like I'm trying to show y'all some boogers up my nose.
Did I ever tell you I briefly trained as an acrobat in Portugal? I think it's one of the reasons I've stayed so.
Let's make sure we got supplies and food. Definitely don't want to go out hungry while mystery hunting. Can't have no base food. Ooh, chocolate game chili. That just sounds like it'd go. That's like eating a Taco Bell and a Hershey bar. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds a bit fuzzy. What, my talking or the game sounds? Bit fuzzy. Yeah, is it my voice that's fuzzy or is it the game sounds that's fuzzy? Oh, wait, hold on. How does that sound? Does that sound better? Doobie 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 doos. Talking, talking, talking. Maybe, I think I had my little foot heater on and it makes a crackle sound, so I think that might have been it. Dun 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 dun. Bum, bum. Oops. Yeah, that's what it was. It was my little foot heater. It's like 24 degrees here, and my toesies were cold, so I had my foot heater on. Okay, there we go. Right, so we now have our cores up. Ooh, I need to eat Deadeye stuff. Definitely not that. Let's get us some Jolly Jack. Yay, gold core. Okay. Alright, so I was going to be doing a investigation of Sisika, but that ended disastrously with boats burning and lots of gnashing of teeth. So I will have to figure out a different way to do that. So we are going to go investigate. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. we're going to go investigate a little building out in the swamp of the Bayou Noir. So we're going to head over to Le Gras. I've actually always wanted to do a video on this because I've actually seen the location in real life, but I've always wanted to do a video on it. But you know, when you have do mystery videos, you have a backlog. I have a notebook, tons of stuff to investigate still in Red Dead. So I figured since Trippy's wanted me to do a mystery stream, this would be a perfect time because it's a nice little location. Well, yeah, well, keep on moving, mister. This is my horse. Alright, so, sorry. Well, let's get oh, we have benefits. Let's check that real quick. Hardcore telegram missions. Double rewards on select free roam activities. So, not to down Rockstar at all, but it's the same stuff. Okay. Bum. Well, let's mark our mappy. And this little location is right there. A little bitty square out in the middle of nowhere. So this is going to be perfectly safe. We're going to just take the road through swamp, alligator, night folk infested territory while wearing all white. Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Yeah, nothing to worry about. We're going to die. You know we're going to die. I got a few camps set up. Somebody's camp out here. Moving away from us. That must be a bear. Yep, there he goes, right in the water. That's a smart bear. Dun, 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 dun. Now, if y'all have anything that y'all would like me to investigate or take a look at during the live stream, hey, do not hesitate to drop it off in chat. We will investigate anything we can. But we're going to start with this little building because I think it's cute. Dun, 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 dun. Make sure, okay, yeah, we're fully armed up. We're good. Yeah, just randomly cuss me out as I ride by. Alright. So this is where we're going to. Let's make sure we are, as we are investigating, want to be defensive. And hopefully, you know, we don't get messed with while we're out here. Don't forget to leave a like or drop a like and subscribe if you like Red Dead Mystery videos. I do have a new one coming out at the end of this week, the next part of the Strange Man series. I'm trying, I've had to re-record it like 5 times because it's kind of touchy, this personification of the Strange Man, and I don't want people to get offended. So, alright, so here we have it. No, wait, there we go. A little tiny church. This is a wonderful little tiny church. Right. Oh, yeah, definitely don't, let's put our gun up. Don't want to walk in a church with a gun out. Might be some bad karma. Now, one thing to note here. And this was the first thing I noted. We're going to face north. Alright, so if you see there on the mini-map, the church is actually situated on the cardinal directions, north, south, east, and west, with the front door facing the west. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Now, of course, it's only got one door, which happens to be laying right there on the steps. Okay. And, of course, it's got the church bell. Now, you will, if you've ever come out to this location, you're going to love it. Because the bell rings by itself every once in a while. On the hour, I might add, on the hour. It does ring. Now, right now, it is 11:37 p.m. in the game. But, yeah, if we face north, so hard to get exact directions. But yeah, so you've got it facing directly, the opening door facing the west, which means that, sun sets in the west, rises in the east. Means during the evening time, the sun actually shines through that little window above the door and shines into the actual structure. So that's really, really fun. Let's see here. Or that's the way it should be. Should be. Got little tiny windows with tiny shutters. Back door with a back air vent. Of course, this little door's closed. I don't think I could fit through that door. No. Right, so let's take a look. Is there any other signifiers that on the outside that we could use as clues? Right, and we're gonna just ease. Now I'm gonna go first person here because it is so small. And notice you duck down automatically when you come in here. See? You automatically squat. But I look like a giant in here. We've got 4 pews. 4 pews. I don't even think I could sit on that pew. I mean, I ain't got a big butt or anything, but that's a little easier. Now, if you notice the podium for the main person, the preacher, priest, clergyman, we'll say clergyman, is in the corner. Interestingly enough, you really don't have much room to move in here. Seems to be a book, 2 candles, and of course a crucifix. Okay, now that's a candle, by the way. That's a normal size candle sitting on the bench. It looks huge. But now the main thing here is, let me back up to where you can get a good look at it here. Okay. So, got something to as a reference here. So, what do you think? Looks very, very similar, doesn't it? So, what do you think? Think that might be it? Because it does have the steeple and everything. It does match up very close to it. I'm thinking it's it. Hey, Amy, welcome to chat. Now, this little church here that I had the picture brought up of, this is the Madonna Chapel. The Madonna Chapel is actually listed in Ripley's, believe it or not, as the smallest church in the world. Now it's located, now interestingly enough, it's located in Bayou Goula in Point Pleasant, Louisiana. And it stands just a few minutes away from the Nottoway plantation. It was built by an Italian farmer, Anthony Guglio, in 1902. What happened, his son had been very ill, and he promised that he would build a church in the Virgin Mary's honor if his son got well. Well, his son did get well, of course. And he built the church. All of the wood for that little church was actually donated by all of the local farmers. and it was the original church was 7 foot by 7 foot. Now let's take a look here. Let's take a look. So 7 foot by 7 foot. So if we take our character and stand up, now your average character in game is about 6 foot. So that means the walls are about 6 foot tall. Okay. And if I lay down beside that, I mean, if we can get in the right position here, I don't know if I can get far enough away to get it. If you lay down beside it, that'd be about 7 foot. So yeah, it's, I mean, about 7 to 9 foot. And I don't have a picture of the back of the church, but it does have a little entranceway on the back. Does have the steeple you can see there, and that steeple does have a bell in it. And this steeple in the game has a bell in it also. Now that was the original church. They had to redo the levees in the area in 1924, so they dismantled the church, and then they rebuilt it after the levee was put in and the water was drained back out. Which, if you think about it, water drained back out would make kind of a swampy area. And the new church is 9 foot by 9 foot. They had to do a little modification. Now, on the 15th of August every year, believe it or not, is when they celebrate the Feast of the Assumption Mass, and everyone's welcome. Now, the little church here in the picture has 5 chairs in it and a podium, and that's it. They want people to come visit it. They actually keep the church locked, but there's that little box. I don't know if you can see it in the picture there, but there's a little box right by the front door that has the key to the front door in it. They ask, you can unlock it, go in and visit anytime you want, just lock it back up when you leave. Now of course, that church, that one that I had the picture of there, that's not the only small church in the world. There's one at the Belisca. There's several others, but I think this one, being in Louisiana, and of course in Bayou Glas, is probably the inspiration for this one here in the game, because the picture one is in Ripley's Believe It or Not, which would be something Rockstar would do. They would take something, kind of famous, put it in the game, and kind of just leave it at that and let you speculate. But now, I do know that upper window right there up above my head, get this off the screen, up, there we go. During the sunset of the day, the sun shines through that window, but it doesn't shine directly through it, because even though the church is set up on the cardinals, it's actually off just a few degrees. And it's interesting because whenever the sun is setting, whenever I smack my face, there we go. Get my lamp out here. Hello, I need my lamp. Yeah, a skull lamp in a church. This is good. Okay. Whenever the sun is setting, it shines on the podium, not on the crucifix. So the church is just tilted enough that whenever the sun's setting, as the sun comes through that window and shines down on the podium, it's kind of a way of saying, hey, this is where you need to be looking. So I always found that interesting. But yeah, that's, I believe, is the whole reason for the church. Now, the other thing is you notice, if I look in the right, there's 2 front doors here, right? That little church in Louisiana also has double front doors. But that is interesting. I just now noticed there's a rug on the floor. Or looks like there might have been a rug on the floor at one time, because, I mean, you can see the wood, but it looks like it's kicked up right there. Yeah, that is a rug. That just happens to also match So the texture they use for the floor has a rug in the texture, but they didn't make it solid. They just textured the wood planks across through there. So they probably have one texture for the entire floor. And that's kind of funny. And you can see they went all out. But now here's the question: why are there holes in the boards up there? Looks like there might have been something hanging from there, or that's probably might have been something, I don't know. I was trying to wait for to hear the church because the church bell does ring by itself. And interestingly enough, this is one of those places where you can bring people, certain individuals that you've hogtied, and they have unique little things they say, like the vampire for one. If you get him and hogtie him and dump him in the church, as you're going in, he'll actually say, "No, no, not in there," or something along like he'll technically ask not to be taken into a church. Yeah, I thought y'all might find that interesting. But it does bring up, why are all the square pegs? Almost like there's stuff supposed to be there. Oh, you did make a video on it, Amy? I hadn't seen it. But what's y'all thoughts on it? What do y'all think? Do you think that this little church is this little church? Or that's where they got the idea from? My horse is like way over there hiding. Thanks, Amy. Now, one of the things you can do, you can ring the bell. It only works with bullets out there. Arrows won't do it. Yeah, you can actually ring the bell and move it with shooting it. I know you're not supposed to technically shoot at a church, but this is an investigation. I think I forgot what time of day it rings, but it will ring by itself. You'll be standing here and you'll hear a church bell ringing, but I forgot exactly what time of day it does it. Yeah, see, and I noticed that too. Um, you can shoot it, make it ring, and move it, but when it rings by itself, it doesn't move. So it's kind of creepy. I mean, really, really creepy. Because I remember I stood here one day for an entire in-game day waiting to hear it, and I forgot what time it was. But yeah, that's the little church. Get that get that off of there. There we go. Hoping to Hoping we got here at the right time. Nice. Yeah, I think it is at night when it does it. If I remember, oh, I just really glitched out there. There we go. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's around, what, like 8 o'clock at night? Something like that. But anyway, you can always come here and check it out. Hear the bell ring. Really, really creepy. All right. The mud, the muck. Right, and our... Alright, does anybody have anything, a mystery they want investigated? Huh? Do. If not, we will move on to our next mystery. And, look, I need to get to... That sounds like an alligator. Oh, no. Oh, good lord. Yeah, you should have run off. Hey, if anybody's ever looking for, a reason to get a new clean pair of pants, right there lays one. A panther. Right at that. Oh, there it was. Did you hear it? Right after we killed the cougar, we had the bell rung. You hear it? Hey, we heard it. Oh, that's so cool. So at 8 o'clock in the morning it rings. Yeah, see, the bells up there, it's not moving, but it's still ringing. And it was eight chimes. Or, what kind of 8 chimes? Yay! We got it. Confirmed. It's just so weird to hear it ringing, but there's nobody here. And the bell's not moving. Okay. That panther scared the poop out of me. The Viking tomb. Okay, yep. We can go investigate the Viking tomb. That sounds good. Alright, let's go to Le Gras. Pigs. I hope everybody enjoyed that little investigation of the tiny church in the Lemoy area, Bayou Noir. Now, the Viking tomb actually has two parts. So let's take it. Let's go take a look at the first part, and then we can go take a look at the second part. Oh yeah, just riding around with a gun. Nope, I ain't messing with you, Harry. I just killed a panther. You'll spray me with skunk juice. Coming through, look out. Hey, slide. Right, first, we've got to go to Annisburg. Dum dum dum. All right. Ah. Let's go up this way. Hey, how y'all doing? Just passing through. Hope everybody's okay. Love the hair. Hi, goat. Whoa, random horse. Right, so you want to come all the way out to here. Alright? Turkeys. I'm gonna come to right here. This lovely little delicacy. Because if you're gonna talk about Vikings, you have to come to the runestone first. Now, of course, you notice the outer part of it is a serpent. You got the head on the right side, the tail on the left side. Then, of course, all of the ruins. Now, let's see here. I have no idea what that says. We know that it's Old World script. And it seems to be connected to... what are we looking at here? Oh, I thought somebody was whistling for their horse, and it's not, it's the crickets. See, and it seems to say, discovered this land, the natives were nice, so we left them in peace. And it's a reference to the Kingston runestone, which is believed to be a Viking landmark, a Viking land claim stone discovered in Minnesota. So that's interesting. Well, I think this stone is connected to the Viking tomb, because the serpent mound is actually a reference to the actual real world serpent mound. And yeah, and the Serpent Mound in the game, I believe, is referencing the Native Americans. And I've actually been to the real world Serpent Mound. Um, it's in Pebbles, Ohio, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a serpent effigy. Although it wouldn't surprise me that if the two cultures, if this like this stone was real stone, and the Kingston keystone is real, it could be a reference where the two cultures like maybe exchanged ideas or something, kind of that. But yeah, this would be the Viking, a direct reference to the Viking team in the game world. So yeah, so we know here basically this is supposed to say, hey, this is where the Vikings landed, blah blah blah, and then we go from here, and oh wow, now I've got to use brain cells I haven't used in a while. Where is the Viking team? Very true, and that's I think the Viking tomb is more than just a tomb. Here, I completely forgot where the Viking tomb is. It is right, right, right there. And you can see, just like in the real world, we're here in Annisburg, and the Viking tomb is all the way over here. So when you give the fact that Annisburg is supposed to represent most of the northeastern part of the United States, that's several states we're covering. Oh yeah, because of my Indian heritage, I've actually done a lot of looking into things like that, and you can never. I mean, you can see videos, you can see pictures, but once you go to an actual location and get the feeling of it, you definitely get the sense that there's something more than just that. Please don't be another cougar. No, you're not. I've actually been to Ireland and England and, of course, all over Romania. That's where different sides of my family are from. Ah, door, well, get out of the darn way. Yeah, when it comes to the Indian heritage side of my family, one of my best friends is full-blooded Apache, and me and them shouldn't be friends because I'm a quarter Cherokee. So everybody's like, "How are y'all friends?" I'm like, "They just haven't killed me yet." Oh, is that a bear? Did we find a baby bear? We did. My horse don't like it. Yeah, after we take a look at the Viking tomb, we can go take a look at Serpent Mound. Because that place is beautiful. Alright, so we should be right out to here. Alright, the Viking tomb. Now, sometimes when you have bounties out of Annisburg, there'll be somebody camped out. And you have to come here and find them. I think it's just really bad. They keep calling this the old tomb or the Viking tomb. However, we're gonna be nice and polite. There's a lot of skeletons. So this, and you got one skeleton on a stone. So this may have been a tomb, but it looks like it may have been for something else as well. I mean, just based off of the looks here. Because, I mean, that's a lot of body. If this was a tomb, it would be a mass grave. So let's not to desecrate this place, of course, but let's take a look. Because you got an entranceway here. Okay, so this one's an entrance. What's this one? This is not an entrance. That's a dead end. Okay. Right, what about this one over here is so partially covered? I wonder if this whole looks like the whole place was covered at one time. It might have been like a central open area, but all of these pathways, you can see the rocks here fell down. All of these were covered, which means this right here may have not have been an entrance at all. They may have just filled it with dirt over time. That may have been a dead end. Because that one's covered completely. Rocks fell in. Take a look here. Alright, again. Do we have, yeah, it looks like this may have been covered as well, do we think? It just looks like they used really, I don't know. May have been a rock here. I don't see one laying around tumbled over anywhere. And Rockstar is very diligent in their design in Red Dead 2, so if something's there, it's supposed to be there. If something's not there, it's not supposed to be there. So like this wall fell in right there. That was another dead end. The design and layout of this is very reminiscent of a pinwheel. You got this hallway here, right? Got another hallway there. Okay, so yeah, I think that was set up to be purposely be an entrance. But you got 2 branches here, 2 branches there. So yeah, definitely a 5-point pinwheel. All right, let's take a look in some of these and see if we can notice anything. Get out our trusty skull lantern. What better lantern to use in a tomb than a skull? And then notice how these connect in. Of course, you do have these egg clothes here with all the skulls set into them. That's also in story mode, you find, one of your talisman pieces right here. This is interesting. You use rocks here to support the overhead. And then this right here is your exit. Aha, so this would have been the entrance right here. Then you would have come down in. So that means that other one over there that we used, that I was calling the entrance, probably was covered at one time. Interesting. Okay. It looks like the roof was falling in right there. But that doesn't. If this was a tomb, you got the one body here. Now, of course, this is where you get what is it? The Viking helmet. It's from right here off of this, so that lets you know it was a Viking burial. Why is all the bodies? See, this would have been. See, this would have been covered right here, and this would have been another dead end. It's just filled up with dirt. That's all that is. It's probably like these slabs here. Yeah, there's the roof right there. Those pieces. Oh, look at the bodies under the table. And this is just a straightforward. There's no side passage off of it. Of course, no side passage off of that one. That's an interesting design. So let's take a look now that we've investigated the site, found us some clues. Definitely notice that the layout makes a pattern. That's interesting. Any interesting information? It's the Viking hatchet that you get here next to the altar, as well as the Viking comb that's hidden with the skulls. Okay, so the Viking comb is back there with the skulls. Doesn't really give you much to go on, other than that very specific design. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, I think my stuff's lagging out a little bit. Copy that. Okay, now this is what Arthur had to say about it. Whenever you visit here as Arthur Morgan, he makes this drawing. That's kind of interesting. He does draw the five-pointed pinwheel, but now he leaves out the part. I mean, he's got all the lines and everything drawn, but in that drawing, it doesn't really show this room that well. Because you'd come in here, and then you have this little room where the rocks are stacked up like a column in the middle holding up the roof. Because right off to this side, right here's where you find that Viking comb. That's interesting. And he doesn't show this right here. This little point sticking out. Because this is just a dead end with a big rock. With two rock, what are these, chairs? Or were they used for like preparing oils or wraps or something for the bodies? Don't know. What do y'all think? Of course, if you can get if you're playing story mode and you want to get the best drawings, make sure that you get them with Arthur because poor John can't draw. Now, for me, it seems like this was there has been Viking tombs found in the United States, so I think this is a could be just a nod to that. The Vikings from what was it Indonesia reached here a long time before we thought they did. And everybody's like, oh, Christopher Columbus discovered America. No, he didn't discover America, okay? He discovered South America. But this proved, the Viking tombs, the rock, all that does prove that the Vikings were here a long time before people thought anybody was even here, other than the Native Americans, of course. Uh, Probably, I would say around 10th century, basically about half a millennia. Yeah, definitely. But there is something to be said specific about the design, in that it wasn't just your typical hole in the ground. This was laid out. Of course, I know this is a video game, but this is laid out in a very specific pattern. Turn that off. I love the fact that Arthur writes in his book, "Who were these fellers?" All right, anybody have any ideas, suggestions, thoughts? I just wonder though if the Vikings did build this. How did we still haven't figured out how did they move these huge rocks and place them? See these two right here. If you look, like these rocks, I think these are supposed to be part of the roof that fell down inside. But then you've got these two right here. Like that was probably a roof piece right there. That one right there. But these two are purposely put here to hold up the roof. I wonder if that's interesting. All right, so let's head on out. And my horse just like way over there. It's like, I'm doing good. I got this. Yeah, definitely. See, me myself, I'd love to see it all completely put back like it's supposed to be. So just because it'd all be basically underground. Or maybe move that rock, because that rolled off there, that would hurt. Right? Ideas, comments, tips, tricks, hacks. Well, maybe not hack. You don't want to hack a grave site. Dun, dun, dun. Alrighty then, let's go to the next mystery. Oh, I could almost edit this all up into like a own little video. Alright, so now for the next one, we are headed to right outside of Van Horn Trading Post. a lovely little place. No law, by the way. And we are going to that little cluster right there. Right there. Oh, don't need 2 headlights. Of course, traveling at night in 1898, definitely completely fine. I still can't get over the fact that the entire Red Dead Online takes place within a 2-month period. So it's like we never age. Yeah. That was a rock. That's a tree. We managed to not hit anything. It's a miracle. So far. Alright, and here's the fabled Y trees. I didn't stream last night. So it's probably the night before. And did I stream last night? I do not even remember. No, I was streaming and then wasn't you playing didn't you wasn't you streaming Bully at the same time? I forget. I can actually just look right here. Let's see. I did stream last night. January 30th? Yeah, that was last night. For Red Dead. And then the 29th and 28th was Fallout. Yeah, these are the fabled Y trees. And if you get in the right position, might be hard to do on a horse. You gotta have to get them to line up just right. There you go. Spells out W-H-Y. Y. But now this is also the exact same spot where you can get struck by lightning, because this is a lightning strike location. So if you're in story mode and you're riding, and you've got the, I did it with the had the Viking helmet on, or was it the Viking or the Conquistador? The metal helmet and Viking hatchet. You get struck by lightning.
Wow, fine horse there.
But now this right here, something interesting. This is only one of several locations that have been struck by lightning, which is interesting because there's the cart with the oxen in the desert. There's this location, and then there's a tree at a grave that got struck by lightning. So it always made me wonder if the lightning strike locations might be significant as far as the Francis Sinclair. Yeah, because the oxen lightning strike location is one of the pictures that you find for him that's part of the big map. Whoa, hey, y'all are in a hurry. That might be why. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, you're right behind me. Oh, okay. Wow. We definitely got some problem with cougars, don't we? Panthers, cougars, and tigers. Oh my. That's why they were in her. They were smart. That's funny. I was looking for it, and it was like right behind me going, you can't see me. That cougar's name must have been John Cena. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Alright, let's go on. Whoa, trees. Oh, yeah. Oh, well. Actually, oh, tree. I'm a horrible driver, by the way. My insurance company loves me. All right, now here we go. Now we're gonna actually get a bird's eye view of this. It's a lot better when you see it from here. Just we'll be completely safe. No railing, no net, no guide wires, no hope. Right, and this is what we're looking at right here. Of course, it's a little hard to see. As you can see right here, we've got, now there is a treasure right there where all them little rocks is. Right. Wow, how am I supposed to see it with a leaf in my face? There we go. There is a treasure in story mode you can find right there. And the Serpent Mound, of course, is, like I said, is located in Ohio, um, specifically Brush Creek in Adams County. And it's the largest serpent effigy in the world, measuring 1,348 feet long and 3 foot wide. And it's an earth mound effigy. Basically, they just kept piling up dirt, make dirt mounds out of it, and to create the shape. Now, the funny thing is it's a serpent. There's a deer. It's a serpent that winds its way. It's not just straight. So they actually made it, curve, and it goes all the way down the hillside, just like the one in the game. See, it's all the way down there because right here, of course, it's nighttime, so it's hard to see it. It goes right through there, and then it terminates down there. See, what's some interesting stuff about it? It was, the first published surveys were in 1848 of ancient monuments of the Mississippi Valley, commissioned by none other than the Smithsonian Institute, and they designated it as a National Historic Landmark in 1966. That's actually very cool. And it extends the 1,376 feet in length, varying from 9 foot to over 3 foot, or from 9 inches to over 3 foot in height. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Consider it throughout the map. It's a triple coiled tail at the end, often viewed as a benchmark of the mound. And it's made from yellowish clay and ash. Now, the actual mound in real life, yeah, let's not jump. Okay, let's just fall. And that'll work. Nope, down. Get our lantern out. We don't want to have a gun out on the mound. And this right here is supposed to be the mouth of it, where it's holding the actual mound itself just has a hollow area. Whereas this one, you can see, got stones in it, and that's where your treasure is in online mode, is right there. A lot of people, when they see it, they, excuse me, they think that's an eye. It's actually not, because the serpent's mouth is actually holding that oval shape. So it's kind of like it's swallowing an egg. Yeah, you've got the entire thing, and of course these. See, from here it just looks like a bunch of dirt mounded up, and a lot of. If you ever notice, a lot of your prehistoric stuff from the ground, you can't really tell what it is. Some of it you actually have to see from an aerial view in order to actually know what you're looking at, which I think is so interesting. Let's see if I can find what I'm looking for here. Oh, my eyeball. I know I've got some. I took pictures while I was there. You're wondering. Dun, 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 dun. You're looking here. Is that it? That's what I was looking for. Property. Nope, not that one. It picked up here. Here we go. All right. That's the actual serpent mound, the real one. So you can see the head's over there on the right, the tail's on the left. Now, if you remember, is the serpent mound connected to the Midgard serpent or the world serpent of Norse mythology? I'm glad you asked that. I'm glad you, because I was just fixing to make a point about that specifically. So, very good question, Emily. Thanks. Hey, Comic Cat. Okay, if you remember, whenever we first looked at the king runestone, the Norse runestone at the very beginning of the stream, I mentioned that the serpent that's around the stone, the head is on the right and the tail's on the left. Well, same here. Same here. If you look at the serpent, like in the picture there, because this is the serpent mound we're at right now in game. The head is on the right and the tail's on the left, because the head has that oval shape up at the very tippy top, which is, of course, the fog would set in game. Grr. But the head has the oval shape, and the tail down towards the bottom of the hill, down that way. See, there's the head. See, oh, it cleared up a little bit. See the oval shape, and then you've got, see, right here's the mouth down through here, and then it winds its way down the hill that way. So it almost matches up. So the the Viking tomb has the serpent on it, and then we have the serpent mound here. Of course, both of them are based off of real world items. They just put them into the game. So it makes you wonder if those Vikings, and I'm talking game world, if the Viking keystone and the Viking tomb Because, they said they found the people here, they were nice, so they left them alone, which means they had interactions with the Native Americans, which is the Wapiti Indians in the game. So they may have influenced each other's culture in some way. Oh, there, it's starting to clear up now. So now you can see it really good. Now, the question is at the tail down there, just using this as a pointer, the tail down there, does it have the same, take this off, sorry, I get lost. Whenever I do mysteries, I tend to go down rabbit holes and forget things that I'm doing, so I apologize for doing that in a live stream. But the tail down there, what we're seeing, does it have the same curly cue? And we're just going to follow our death. That's right. I can tank the ground. But anyway. So if we start up here. So there's the egg. And see, then this right here's the bottom portion. See how it makes that spiral around it? So it starts here, spirals around to that band right there. Alright, we're just going to follow it down. Go down through here. See, there's another band of rocks. There's another band. Third band. Fourth band. Now those bands are important, that's why I'm pointing them out. This band. Another big band like at the very beginning. And looky here. It does make the same curl at the end of the tail. And then it has that donut shape in it. Alright, so let's take a look here. Very similar, isn't it? Now, of course, this is the real one. It's over 1,000, almost, 1,300 feet long. And it's from here to here, it's 800 feet. Okay, so from the head across to the tail is 800 feet. So that's where the inspiration came from. Now, as far as having a connection between the Midgard serpent, the world serpent of Norse mythology, that Emily brought up, very good, by the way. Let's take a look. If I can get stuff to click when I want it to click. Do what I want, not what I say. I sound like a parent, don't I? Okay, so the Midgard serpent, of course, world serpent, is a very large sea serpent or worm that dwells in the world sea, encircling the earth and biting its own tail. You see a lot of times, like on the Norse keystone that we saw, that serpent, intertwined across itself. So that was a reference to the world serpent. And this, the serpent mound, thanks. And this, the real world serpent mound up here, y'all gonna love this. The serpent was built with the mouth touching a meteor impact crater. So the egg that the serpent is eating or swallowing is actually the site of a meteor impact. So, of course, they would have. I could see the influence there. I could see between the Norse mythology, that the world serpent, and a meteor impact site with a serpent mound. Yeah, the two could have actually influenced each other, real world, and of course that translated over to in game. Yeah, good call, Emily. Let's see. And according to archaeologist Brad Leeper, I think this is another connection here. Serpent Mound could have been a depiction of an origin story of the great serpent, lord of the beneath world, who fornicated with the first woman. So that's very interesting. So if the Vikings and Native Americans did influence each other's culture, maybe by stories or recollections, or just generally talking to each other, because Vikings were very lore heavy, and so Native Americans very lore heavy. They could have showed them the site, and the Vikings could have interpreted that in a way, explained their interpretation. The Native Americans could have maybe adopted some of that or seen it their way. But that would mean, though, that right there is the exact site of a meteor impact. And in the world of Red Dead, when you're dealing with meteorites, everyone's looking for that third piece. Of course, that third piece of meteorite is not going to be right here. A guy in Valentine gives away the location of the third meteorite. Yeah, I hope y'all found that interesting. If you don't agree with my take on it, or if you have things to add, feel free to drop it in chat. Because we're building a mystery. Actually, we're building several mysteries. Wow. How many mysteries can you fit in one live stream? I wonder if we get, now that the sun's up, I wonder if we can get a good look at it. Where's the, oh, it's over there. That needs to be way higher, though, to get a good look at it. Because the one in game is not all that big. Oh, but it does look way cool. And you can see the head of the serpent here. They just did it kind of a curl with and used the egg as an eyeball type look. And then you look down that way, but you can see the bands. And then the tail way down there. So yeah, it's a lot smaller, definitely. I mean, you can't get it all in the screen at once, but pretty big. So what y'all's views, thanks, takes, tips, conjectures, arguments? We'll check them all. We'll discuss it. Anyone? Bueller? Bueller? Okay. Anyway, that's the Serpent Mound in Red Dead 2 and how it relates to the actual Serpent Mound in real life. Definitely, one thing that Rockstar does with all the stuff they put in the game is there's never going to be an exact match. They're always going to alter some detail so that it doesn't exactly match what's in the real world. For one, that keeps it so that it's not easily recognizable. It makes it a good mystery. And two, you gotta remember, some of the stuff they've used in the game wasn't even around in 1898, 1899. So they had to alter it to fit into the world correctly. It also makes for good mystery hunting. Kind of like the lamp of the candle lamp in Van Horn Pawn Shop that has the lady with the vase and it has candles. I own the real vase or a real lamp like that, and it's an electric lamp with electric bulbs and stuff. But it's the same lamp, but they had to alter it to fit into the world correctly. That actually one of the things that got me started hunting mysteries is when I saw that I knew what it was because I own the real one. Well, not the actual real. I own a copy of the real one. The real one's way out of my price range. All right. So, anybody have a suggestion of what to go and investigate next? Mm-hmm. Anyone? It's a donut. All right. Well, let's just see what other mysteries we can get into. We're actually right here, real close to a good one. We can go take a look at the mutant house, or what they call the mutant house. Or we can just run straight into a tree stump. That didn't happen. That was a feature. Yeah, it's hard to believe. I know. I feel the exact same way sometimes. Because a lot of times you go to investigate a mystery and you're like, oh, I've seen this 1,000 times. Right, this is a house right outside of Van Horn. Hold on, let me get me a drink. And this is a old. I mean, this would be the perfect haunted house. I mean, it's just got every nuance about it that says creepy and old. I mean, back door is boarded up. Can't even get into it. Then you've got all of these. It's a beautiful, beautiful house. From a creepy, dark, spooky, derelict kind of way. Until you notice that there's one window missing. Well, we're gonna go. I mean, they even boarded up the outhouse. What if you gotta go real quick? But you get up into that window. We're gonna climb up here. And jump up on that. And we're gonna go take a look in the window. Now, keep in mind, the only open window is this window right here that's broken out. Okay? no other way into this house. But that fire is always burning. So, conjecturally, you'd say, okay, well, if the fire's always burning, then obviously somebody's here. It's a really nice fire, too. And you can also tell that this fire was meant for cooking because it's got the rods for cooking pot. Right. Now, normally, there is a huge, oh my god, monstrosity right here. It's not here in story mode. So we're going to take a look at some of the other stuff. Well, actually, no, this does tell you something. This monstrosity that's standing here, the mutant monstrosity, which Arthur does make a drawing of. The word. If I've got a picture. Dun dun dun. Come on. My computer is mad at me at the moment. You have too much stuff open. I know. New. Ta-da. Alright. And normally, when you're looking right here in story mode, there will be this right here. Yeah. You will see this thing right here. And they call it the mutant house. Okay? Technically, though, that's not a mutant, that's a homologous, which is a combination of different animals put together. And there's several of those type creatures around here. Right, as you can see here, you've got an baby alligator with raven wings and antlers. You've got a two-headed something or another right there. Looks like a two-headed little person. Definitely does. You've got a badger, otter, eagle. Yeah, that's not creepy at all. Uh, Oddly enough, you've got normal fish and a normal vulture. What else we got around here? Oh, we got this little thing. Ooh, got two red robins. And then you've got this gator something. Is that a gator skunk? Whatever. Anyway, you've got all these different creatures around here. But now, all of those are taxidermied. So, I'm getting sick in first person. Hey, they're all taxidermied. You also got the deer, other skulls up there. You've got, oh, you've got that big, you got those up there. That looks like a fish and a deer and an elk. Okay. Not even wonder how somebody thought that one up. And then you've got this one here. It's got two different sets of antlers. But then notice right below it, you've got the drawing for it right there. So somebody was actually actively researching all this stuff. That's just weird. Other parts of organs. Very detailed drawing, so I must say, definitely a very talented artist to be drawing all this. Uh, hmm. Okay. Atlantic Electric Company. That's interesting. But now this, everybody calls it the mutant house, but it's actually not. I mean, that's just what they call it, but it's technically not a mutant house, as they would say. It looks more like Frankenstein's house. Now, there is a lot of speculation that, and this is funny, this is funny. Let me enlarge this. Kadoosh. Um, some people think this is a reference to the man bear pig from the South Park episode, which is funny. But me myself, I don't. I mean, man bear pig from South Park would be a good reference, I guess. But me myself, I think this is more of a reference to the homologous experiment from Frankenstein. Not the Frankenstein monster, the homologous, the things that he built and created before he actually put Frankenstein together. It's basically every. This looks like every animal in the game put together. It's kind of funny. Of course, whenever Arthur makes a drawing of this in his book, he said, "And I thought I knew folks with strange hobbies." Yeah, this is a little bit weirder. And of course, a lot of things make reference to the fact that the fireplace is always lit and burning. Because what's the one thing Frankenstein feared above all else? Fire. So what does everybody think? Hmm. What does that say? Pot arson? Definitely a lot of interesting stuff in this one. Of course, you got all the parts. That's a pig head. That's a pig head. Oh, let's see. What is this? That looks like a headless rat. We got a very baby alligator in a bowl here. That's an ostrich. Yeah, that is an ostrich. Anatomy of the lower leg. That's interesting. That's another varmint. But yeah, that's for me. This whole place is just a snake oil limit. This whole place is a reference to Frankenstein, especially with the fact that you've got this right here kind of hanging over the table. If there was a skylight, that'd be a perfect way to take your body and just go straight up and get it zapped. But notice the electrical cable there goes straight into nothing and is not attached. It's just a cable wrapped around. That's weird. Where does it go over here? It goes out the wall right there. That's interesting. Yes, I say that's interesting a lot. I know. Of course, this door's locked from the other side. Hmm. So why would the laboratory be locked from the outside? It's like they locked somebody in here and they jumped out the window and made a run for it. See, it would be interesting to be able to see those pages right there and know what they said. But I haven't seen that in the game before. But I decoded the letter at the strange man's house, which it's kind of a static letter. It's used through in other places throughout the game, but I thought it was relevant being there. Anybody else notice the handcuffs? Hey, welcome to the doctor's office. Please put these handcuffs on and breathe this rag and tell us it smells like chloroform. And a giant hook. But yeah, that's about the basis of this. It was a nod to Frankenstein, and more importantly, No, also got to remember that Frankenstein was not the name of the monster. Frankenstein was the name of the scientist. The monster didn't have a name. It was just named Frankenstein's monster. But everybody always calls the monster Frankenstein. See who was it that wrote Frankenstein? Mary Shelley. Alright. Anybody else have a mystery you want to investigate it or take a look at? Or if I investigate something and I'm not going in depth enough, definitely let me know. I can definitely cover them a lot better. I'm not real sure how to do it, how to be handling the investigation in a live stream. I'm not even sure if I'm doing good. Okay, but for our next one, I'm gonna show a little bit of old school at us here. We're gonna head over to Valentine. And so for our next little investigation, we're gonna go actually investigate. There is a deer on the roof of that building. Well, looks like the game's throwing us a bone here. So today we have let's just take a look. Hey, you know what? Ain't like they're going anywhere. Alright, here we have a white-tailed 3-star doe, I might add. You can tell it's a doe because it doesn't have its antlers, and this is not shedding season. But she's a little bit shy, kind of hiding out back. How she got on the roof of this building, I don't know. I don't care. It is epic. Yep, this pretty as you please. You can tell by the way the tail is down, she is in a panic state. Because normally they will do that to hide their white rump so it's not as visible. Yeah. Oh, she's gonna try and run? Nope, she's just gonna. Okay, she's good. She's good. When you need to investigate something, Red Dead will throw you something weird. A deer on the roof. That'll do it. Alright, let's go to Valentine. How'd your day go today? It was great. See anything unusual? Nah, just a deer on the roof. I guess Santa Claus forgot one of them. You've been dragging the team down. We're leaving you here. How do I get down? You figure it out. Yeah, the hobo Santa's right. Hey, Rocket. Yeah, I was just riding along and it's like, what in the world could I talk about? And then come around the corner and there's a deer on the roof. Alright, so let's get our horse. So I have the horse glitch. I have the horse glitch. Alright, that's fine. We will hoof it. Haha. We're not a horse, but we're gonna hoof it. Ah, there she comes. Blinking in and out of existence. Good girl. Get right up here. Right, I have notes, so give me just a second here. Alright, so what I want to talk about on this little mystery is the Church of Valentine. This is a very old thing that I investigated some into. And the church in Valentine is weird because you can't go in the church. Even in story mode, you don't ever go in the church. But as you just saw, the light to the church just came on by itself. Yeah. See? Right there, they're getting brighter. Then it goes out. But yeah, the lights in the church in Valentine will come on. They'll turn themselves on completely by themselves about, I think it's at 9 o'clock at night. And then they turn themselves out after a while. But you can't go in. All right? The church bell will ring in town every once in a while. But there's nobody here. Now you can shoot it and make it ding just like you can almost any other bell in the game. But if there's nobody there, then who's doing it? The ones on the other side. Of course, they are very beautiful stained glass windows. But you never see anybody go in or out of the church, but somebody's in there. Dum dum dum. Whoops, wrong button. See here. What am I looking for? Now, of course, the pastor or reverend or minister, depending on your views, um, of this church is Isaac Hampton. Now, this is in 1898 and in 1899. Okay, so we know who the reverend is, but I will say they actually designed it good. And of course, you know it's Reverend Hampton, Isaac Hampton, because it says it plainly on the sign. I mean, that's not a big secret. And of course, prayer books are the same thing as songbooks. Valentine does have electricity. If you go, you can see here, there's all your telegraph and power lines. Because they always run the power lines and telegraph lines together. And I have traced from Blackwater all the way to St. Denis to the Atlantic and Electric Company. And you can see if you go right here, see all the power lines going down through there. The main line comes in at the railroad station. Right here. So that's where your main lines go past. You see they keep going down that way, following the train tracks, coming that way from Blackwater. Or from St. Denis, I mean. See? Electric lights. And of course, the electricity would need to be on all the time for the telegraph lines. But it actually does light up really pretty. Right, but now the as far as the Isaac Hampton, um, the only Isaac Hampton that I could find, or I actually found a few of them, is there's an Isaac Hampton. There's one that lived from 1821 to 1896. He was a farmer and sawmill operator. He was in 1856 there was an Isaac Hampton that was a member of the New York Assembly. He was a politician. 1864 there was an Isaac Hampton. Check this out. An Isaac Hampton appointed postmaster by President Lincoln himself. However, the Isaac Hampton that fits mostly would be there's an Isaac Hampton of 1851 to 1929 who was a member of the district conference at Indianapolis. And George Knox at Indianapolis was here Sunday and attended church with Isaac Hampton. Now, these were both reported in the Daily Reported from Greenfield, Indiana. So that's most likely the one they're referencing here. Because a lot of times, Rockstar likes to pull stuff out of history and put it in. So I think that's the Isaac Hampton that was the Reverend here, was the one that was friends with George Knox. Of course, if you don't know who George Knox was he owned a chain of barbershops, and he purchased the Indiana Freeman newspaper, the first illustrated newspaper in the country that was ever owned by an African American. So that's why it was such a big deal that Isaac Hampton was friends with George Knox. So it's just funny how things are tied together. Let's see, what else we got here? Yeah, there's actually something really big about this church. I'm just waiting to say it. Making sure I cover everything. And as you can see, the lights have went back out by themselves. Now, one thing to note here. Da-da-da, right here above. Let me go first person. Maybe we can see it better. There we go. Right above the door, it says, "Let there be light." That's actually an English translation of the original Hebrew phrase from the 3rd verse of the book of Genesis. And this phrase actually shows up a lot in the world of Red Dead, or variations of it. Let there be light, things like that. So it's just interesting that, of course, that's going to be above the door in a church. Let's see. Da-da-da. All right, but the biggest thing that most people never even see about the church, I've talked to people that have played this game forever, but they didn't stop and look at things. Well, the first thing I ever noticed was that little plaque right there. So why does a church have a storm survivor of 1898 plaque? You wouldn't believe how many people have never even seen that, or they see it and don't give it a second thought, kind of thing. Well, that's actually very significant. Significance. You know the word I'm looking for. The plaque, it says Storm Survivor 1898. Now, there's several different storms of various types of things that happened in 1898. So now this means, remember, we're in online mode, which means we're existing in the year of 1898, specifically September, October, November, and December. That 4 months time frame. We know that online exists in those 4 months because Joshua Burgess died or was killed at Emerald Ranch and buried in August 1898. That tombstone's there, so that's a definite time frame. So, and we exist in those 4 months, which means this storm had to have happened before then. Very interesting. So, now, of course, now, fun fact in 1898, since we're talking about weather, President William McKinley ordered the Weather Bureau to establish a hurricane warning network in the West Indies in 1898. And that is all because, so, which storm would this be, say that we were surviving? And also, gotta remember, Valentine is based off of the area of Nebraska. Okay? And that would be in. Yes, I know. Can't be idle for too long. Blah, blah, blah. Now, in 1898, we have, let's see. Now, we already know the storm that happened in February, which is the beginning of February of 1899. That's the beginning of story mode. That hurricane or that snowstorm, that blizzard they're actually in was an actual real world event. But let's see here. We've got January. We got Fort Smith, Arkansas, tornado / hailstorm, January 11th. We got the Great Ice Storm of Connecticut, February 20th and 22. We got the Great Tornado in Sioux County, Iowa, April 30th. We've got on on the 17th and 8th, the month of May, there was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different tornadoes outbreaks. We've got Salix, Iowa, June 11th. That was an F5, by the way. The one in Iowa on June 11th was an F5. And then you've got tornado and hailstorm in Berks County, Pennsylvania, Hampton Beach, New Hampshire. Then you've got the Georgia hurricane, September 25th through October 6th. Yeah, that was one hurricane. So you got a lot of different storms. And then you got the Portland gale, November 26th through the 27th in Boston, Massachusetts. Now, of course, you gotta remember Blackwater Massacre happened in the first week of May of 1899. So let's take a look here. Dun, 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 dun. We already talked about the picture. So, so we know that, of course, smoke comes out of the stove chimneys. The bell rings on the hour. We have to assume that the Reverend's inside. But the storm that I think that it struck was one of the mini tornadoes that happened in the middle of 1898. So that would have been probably the Great Tornado of Sioux County, Iowa, April 30th, or I mean, you had there's a lot to choose from because out of the eight tornadoes that happened from April to June, or yeah, April to June, 1, 2, 5 of them were F5s. So you have 5 F5s hit in the middle of a year, and we know that Valentine's based around the Nebraska area. So yeah, that would be why it said storm survivor. But now the most notable of all of those, however, was the Portland Gale. But it happened after our time frame. So actually, let me show you this. See what y'all think about it. Dun, 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 dun. I can get down here to it. There we go. Wow, that is way too big there, Ani. Make it itty bitty. There we go. Alright, so during 1898, of course, the Portland Gale is this little blue area up here at the top right hand corner. Now, anything in red is tornadoes, and black is the Georgia hurricane. The Georgia hurricane, I think, is the one that actually probably came the closest. Of course, Valentine is supposed to be based off of the Iowa, Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, and Nebraska area. And as you can see, I mean, right in the middle of the United States, in that time frame that I told you, is where all them F5s hit. So this little church could have been anywhere in there. Yes, I put a lot of work into these. So yeah, that's why it has the storm survivor of 1898 saying that it survived that outbreak of storms that happened during that year, which is incidentally right before online mode. So you can tell that Rockstar actually did a lot of research when they were doing things. So anyway, I hope somebody found that interesting. Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? So what? I hope what everybody think. That pretty good or not good or?
Well, hello. It's been a little while, hasn't it? Have a look.
Yeah.
Hey, that area ain't for you. This shop ain't the place for your tomfoolery.
Don't make me shoot you. You're a doctor. You'll live. Alright, so what do you say we do a call to arms? What does everybody think about that one?
Wow, been a while since you've been back, hasn't it? So, what are you aiming for today?
What am I aiming for? And he's a gunsmith. Let's see. What ammo are we out of? We're out of that ammo.
Good, good.
They don't need it. They're full of dirt and sand. They're fine. Oh, well, I was wondering if he's ever going to talk to me or not. They're not that bad.
There just ain't no wind to fine-tuning your gun, you know? Bet that piece could use a personal touch.
It didn't even look dirty. Oops. See, that one ain't even dirty. It looks fine.
Why don't we enhance your gun? See how much more it can do.
My gun's already enhanced. Thank you. Please try. Hold action. That need cleaning? Nope, it's good.
You keep treating that like your own child, all right? Good on you.
I had to make a disturbance. Oh! Alright, Let's break up the mystery hunting for a second. Let's do a what do you say? A black. Let's see. Get redemption on Blackwater. Yeah, let's do Blackwater. Alright, but real quick, I'm gonna go to camp. Get me some stew, get my cores up. Yay. Oh, we still got some of our chocolate game chili. Alright. I think I've got tonics. Let me see what I've got. Oh, I've only got 8. Good call. I need to. I just go ahead and drink one of them. Why not? There's Miracle. We now have tonics. And where's my box? Mirror box. Mirror box. Good box. Stay. Stay. Play dead. Good job. Oh, I'm never prepared for anything. I like to go in blind and then worry about it later. Oh. That got us full. Got 40. So that's all you can carry is 40. Alright. So we are fully ammoed up. Definitely going to change that because I'm not taking a bow to a gunfight more than once. I did that once. Didn't turn out so well. Right. Get bolt action. Good deal. Alright. Give me just a second. Let me run to the restroom before we start and let out White Hair Puppy. I will be right back.
All right, I'm just going to say it. Now, I know you've got your fingers in a few other pies now, and that's fine. Just don't forget to make time for our business, too.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Alright, we ready? Doobie doop doop doo. Well, my character really glitches out, doesn't she? There we go. I'll reset. Yay! Alright. I hope everybody's ready because we're fixing to go die. A lot. Let's see, we're doing Blackwater. Alright, wish me luck. We're gonna do so good. We're gonna die. I mean, we're really, really gonna die. Doobie doobie doop doop. So we did some good investigations. Took a look at a lot of stuff. It's hard to do a full investigation, no, really in depth when you're in a live stream because there's a lot of research that goes into putting them together. But I hope everybody enjoyed the little bit of investigation that I did. I'll go ahead and get this called arms knocked out. See how good we can do, or bad. Hopefully good. I love how my character just walks up like, yeah, we're fixing to do this. We're gonna knock this out. Like, this is gonna be bad.
I didn't think no one was coming. You must be crazy, but we'll take it.
Yeah, I'm pretty well crazy. That's what my therapist tells me. Let's make sure we got the right... Yep, we're good. Let's skip preparation. Let's do this. Oh, I see y'all. Dun 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 dun. Where are you? I saw you over there. Where'd you go? Oh, dude, that was a really bad idea. Have a nice trip. See you next fall. Dun, 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 dun. So far, so good. So far, so good. Just shot you in the foot. Don't know where they're at. They're out here. Dun, 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 dun. We only got 2 more people. Come on.
Right, come here. That's enough.
Let's go get them.
There's my limit. Come on, man.
Alright, where are you guys? Come on. Hiding over here, of course, you little weakie.
Any requests for the Undertaker?
Yeah, put you in a box first. Right then, first round. Easy peasy. Go back full on ammo. Dun 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 ba dun dun ba dun 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 dun. Alley-oop. Chicken coop. Right, here we go. Round 2. Dos, deuce, 2. Oh yeah, wolves howling right before a round starts. That's always a good sign.
There they are. Pour it on them. Okay, you're done for.
Fall down. Good boy. Whoa, somebody's getting some pop shots. Don't know how that happened, but okay, we'll take it. Stay down. Good boy. Not bad, not bad. Don't forget to leave a like and say hi or the number 1 or something. Give me some support. Whoa. Did anything. Poor Allie. That's my own guy. I think can shoot him. I think I shot him in the butt. What? Where's the other one? Well, you may have, but I don't know where you're at. Gotcha. We're still good on ammo. Not bad, not bad. First about 4 rounds are usually pretty easy. They're not that hard. So I hope everybody's had fun in the stream with the mystery hunties. We're just doing a call to arms, kind of, break up the monotony a little bit. Do something a little different. So hopefully we'll make it to, a lot better than, round 5 and fall off a roof like we did last time. Alright. Wave 3. Fight. You always get that gunshot at the beginning that scares the pee out of you a little bit. Oh, sons of mine, I cannot see a thing. Really? At least I didn't die that time. Oh, they all coming after me. Come on, boys. They just lined up a killing squad right there. He just come up and said nope. Good deal. Next.
I'm gonna be the one that puts you in the ground.
You are. Well, you're a daisy if you do.
This is the end.
I love how they come up the ladder, see me, and then instantly just, nope, I'm out. Yeah, I do pretty well. Like, especially in, like at McFarland's and them, I do really good. But when you get into these kind of areas, sometimes it's hard for me to be as mobile. I shot his head off at 40 paces. You asked for it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Dang it! Got sidetracked. Oh well. Let's start me back at the same round, or I had to start over. So wasn't paying attention. See, we did better yesterday. I was on round 4 before I messed up. Well, let's try it on the ground and see how we do. Nah, I only made it to round 3. I didn't even break my record. We're gonna give it another go, because that was pathetic. I cannot leave it at round 3 as being my Great Blackwater's record. Alright, so we're gonna go running gun.
Go ahead.
Alright?
But don't just stand there, dig in. If you live, I'll thank you later.
Yeah, let's go ahead and refill our ammos. Alright, thank you. Alright, dun. Next ammo box. I think I can do a lot better than round 3. Oh yeah, that's just good enough. Let's grab one more. There we go. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, let's kick it. We will say the rooftop take approach as a last resort. Alright, let's get her done. Really? We are so done with that. Yes. Yeah, that stunk. Yeah. That was like bad. Like so bad. Yeah. We'll try that again some other time. When it's better. Yeah. I love how you say, good luck. You died. Yeah, lick my wounds. Hey, look, moonshine's good. We can go get drunk. Well, we'll give it a good try. Maybe I just wasn't in the right frame of mind to be doing that after doing all the mysteries. But we gotta go do the moonshine so that we can get paid, so we can get money. It was a good try, though. It was a good try. Of course, since this is a mystery hunting stream, we might as well, while we're here before we run moonshine, let's take a look at the moonshine mystery. That's right, there is a mystery right here in the moonshine shack. I've actually showed this to a few people and still can't figure it out though. Alright, let me get close enough where you can read it. Can we read that? We can read that. Alright, close enough. Alright, so we have 3 sets of the alphabet here in various sizes. Small, medium, and large. Alright, first section. We're going to start at the top. You're going to hear me spell the alphabet a lot. So we've got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, first line. Second line, H, I, J, K, L, M. Okay, with me so far? Alright, third line, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. Ooh, getting interesting. What's going to be on the fourth line? U, V, W, X, Y, a Z. Yeah, I know, a Z. Alright, but you go to the second section, really small letters. And if you miss it, that's really small letters. Got A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Why did my voice get really small on that? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. What? Second line. O, P, Q. What? Okay. There's no R. It goes O, P, Q, S, T. So the R is missing. U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So we have an R. Okay, missing R. Then we go to the third section of letters. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Why did I start singing? That is so weird. H, I, J, K, L. Wait. It's L, M, right? H, I, J, K, L. There's an extra letter. So it looks kind of like a smaller version of the F. So L, F, M. N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y. So we have a missing R and an extra F. That's a mystery I haven't even been able to figure out yet, and I've been investigating it forever. But yeah, that's the moonshine mystery. A missing R and an extra F. So if you looked at it as one way, you've got second set of alphabet is missing an R. So it's 2R. And then the third section has an extra F, which would be F3. So 2R, F3? Or is it R2, 3F? Interesting. Alright, let's go run some moonshine.
I have finished this batch. We can sell it when you like.
Well, I like right now. Let's see. Oh, see, the moonshine thing was supposed to it went to the end of January, so let's go ahead and sell this. Bum 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 bum.
I was wondering when you were going to get here. This is a good batch.
Yeah, whatever.
They are all good batches, but this one is superior, eh? I have found a buyer who will appreciate it. And most important, they will pay for it.
Well, of course they're going to pay for it. We don't give away alcohol for free. That's just ludicrous.
Seigneur, ayez pitié.
Yeah, whatever. Just give me the moonshine so I can go deliver it. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. So let's see what we've got for it today. Looks like it's going to be St. Denis fence. Oh, great. Oh, we got Rev agents. Of course.
Hey, you. Come over here and let us check what you got.
Sure.
Easy that wagon. Okay, take this wagon over there.
Okay. Right here? I don't know why y'all gotta search me. I don't have anything.
We're checking wagons for moonshine. Official business.
Oh, okay. I don't have nothing. I'm just making a delivery to Grandma.
So let's see what's in the wagon.
Trying to look as innocent as I can.
What are you up to? I wonder.
I'm up to nothing. You can see there's nothing in here but cleaning supplies and water.
Okay, keep it moving.
Okay,
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm going. Don't rush me. But at least on that last Blackwater run, we realized that maybe Ani can run around and be mobile. Just don't run straight into an explosive barrel. But it looked friendly. Dun, 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 dun. Could you get your slow wagon out of my way? And we're off. There we go.
Put the gun down, huh?
Dude just passed out on the street.
It's easier to carry that on in your hand than holster it. You ain't scaring no one carrying that thing around. Do you want to die?
I may have ran over him.
Blood in hell, witch!
Oh, good lord. Oops. Hey, don't mind the blood on the wagon. I think I ran over him. And cleared it at the same time. Alright. Well, we got the moonshine delivered, got our money, killed a guy and his horse, and got away from the law. Yay! Alright, I hope everybody enjoyed tonight's live stream, mystery hunting. Make sure you leave stuff in the comments, like let me know how I did, if things you thought as far as the live stream mystery hunting. That's the first one I ever did, so I'm not really sure how good I did. But make sure to leave something in the comments. Let me know how I did, what you think. Thanks. But definitely don't mention the whole Blackwater debacle. That was just bad. It was bad, very bad. But I hope everybody enjoyed tonight's live stream. Don't forget to leave a like if you like Red Dead 2 mystery videos. Don't forget to check them out on my channel, White Hare Investigations. And be careful chasing rabbit down rabbit holes. Yeah, definitely be careful of that. And as always, everybody have a great night. Bye-bye.